Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Diasis, and we're already kick-starting off into May, a month and a bit to the E3 show for 2016. Um, it's been a very interesting time, I think, for everyone, and I've been doing um, the Nintendo Ninja News show, which is doing okay. The gameplay footage has been scrapped, as you know, in the past couple weeks, which is sad. And we have been sort of rejigging things at Nintendo Ninja News and trying to find out what we can do to increase views and membership or subscribers and all that sort of thing. So it makes it very challenging. But today's topic we talk about is the Nintendo fan base. Are they crazy fanboys and fangirls, or they are good supporters? So, or they just go around saying that Nintendo's doomed. Now, I think the Nintendo fan base is split up into two. Probably three if you count the Smash Brothers supporters. Sorry, but I'm not a fan of the Super Smash Brothers fan community. I think they're a bit weird. Okay, moving on from that. I think the fan base is split up into essentially. You have the fanboys that will say that, look, Nintendo will not go bankrupt for decades. There's nothing wrong with them. I like my Nintendo games. They always deliver. Da da da. And then you have the other base that goes, we want a more powerful console. We want it to be like the old days where we had third-party content and things like that. And it's a really interesting look into why. I think both fan bases sort of have it right a little bit. I'm moving the camera around. Why am I doing that? And I think you got to find the balance, as I like to say a lot of the time. But I think that we can't keep on sitting around and going, well, Nintendo has a lot of money in the bank. Nintendo hasn't done very well. The home consoles failed. The handheld market is shrinking. And the only thing that's keeping them going is probably amiibos and maybe smartphones in the future. I think the Nintendo fan base is really interesting. I think especially places like NeoGAF where it's really big Nintendo fans who don't really see some of the issues and problems and other form boards and places and things like that. And it's a problem that needs to be addressed in the fan community, is that we can't be blinded to the problems that it is. People didn't buy Wii U because it was an underpowered console that had no third-party content and it was marketed poorly. A lot of people think that Nintendo are irrelevant to the gaming industry now. They just aren't. They lost the crowd of the casual supporters and gamers because they went over to mobile phones and Nintendo didn't follow. So there's a lot of issues in that. And Nintendo doesn't want to be a company that keeps on losing money because they have lots of money in the bank. They are leaking a fair bit of money here and there. So I think with the fan base, I think there's a lot of fans that go around and say that Nintendo will be fine forever and things like that. There's a reason why they don't make Metroid and F-Zero games. It's because they don't sell. No one buys them. Even with the great Metroid Prime trilogy, not many people bought them. It's just games that people don't play. Yet Nintendo fans can get in a rabble and get obsessed about these series that make no money. It's the same thing with people wanting Wolf and Ice Climbers in Smash Brothers. Who actually gives a shit? Is it going to increase the sales? Is it going to... What's so... It's just Nintendo fans like to nitpick on these small, shitty little things that I don't care about. I care about Nintendo as a business and how they can make more money. And at the moment, look, if Nintendo was placed in the hands of the fans and they were running the company would have gone bankrupt years ago. They would have no idea what to do. And that's the saddest thing about it. So I think the problem is we've got too many rabble Nintendo fans who need to really look at the bigger picture. It's not all doom and gloom, but Nintendo is doomed to be irrelevant. And we'll talk about that in another video. That's it from me, and I'll see you later on.